Chill out somewhere while I do this thing, all right? You cool with that, man? Fall over. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to get something to hold that tab. You know what I mean, dude? So look, man, how about you take that over there? You're Hey, look, 10 people are showing up. You see this? Isn't that cool? You're busy with the hand bracket.
This is not. It might just be needing for him to put me through. Okay. Yeah. I see that. I tried.
Put on the glasses that don't fall off. I can see you, you very son of a gun. You stay over here. I'll stay over there. All right. Read. Hey, just a couple minutes and we'll get. Everybody got a piece of wall space they can use about shoulder width and a little bit taller than your head. I got a refrigerator here. That's what I got. A big old chunk of this practice is going to be done using a wall.
Oh my God, I just turned it off. What happened? Yeah, what happened?
Hey, I see a raven.
Hello. Hi.
All right. Cool. So y'all feel free to have video on. I got this thing on spotlight, so you'll have your privacy. You're not getting. Yeah, I'll mute you out so nobody will hear nothing. But as far as being recorded on video, it ain't even going to be a factor. Remember to hit spotlight this time. Couple still connecting, so just a moment. Tina, all right. Okay, Amy, all right. Now it's a party. Lacey, Ruby. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just reiterate. A whole lot of this practice is done against the walls, so you're gonna need a piece of wall space a little bit wider than your shoulders and a little bit taller than your skull when you're standing, and that should work pretty well. Hey man, no, you're not doing this one. Maybe you are. And then, yeah.
Hi.
So, hey. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody out now. We're gonna get going. All right, she'll be able to hear me. You do have the ability to unmute yourself in the event of emergencies. Again, if you would have your video on so I can see you. I do have it set on spotlight so nobody else will be seeing you. And, you know, that's just a suggestion, man. You don't have to have it on, but it really helps me to best serve you if I can visually monitor you, see how you are, where you're at and whatnot. This is going to be a little bit different. I've been bringing a whole lot of different things. It'll be strength centered. We're going to use the wall in order to access some strength and stamina, and not only muscular, but the strength of humility where necessary. You know, and the body says, ouch, this is painful, back off, you know, exercise the humility muscle and back out. It's okay. You can always drop out and drop back in again. Everything I offer today is just, you know, a little guidance, a little suggestion. Ultimately, you are the arbiter. The onus is on you as to where you go with this stuff. We're going to start out kind of like always, begin in a child's pose. We're just going to shift into yoga mode. So push your butt back to your heels and reach your arms out and just get grounded, you know. If child's pose doesn't work for you, you're hurting your knees, maybe spread your knees out. Or if that doesn't even work, get something seated. And once you're there, let your eyes close if you would. We'll just start out by doing a few things with our breath. The first thing will be to let your breath move in and out through your nostrils, if appropriate. If you've got some stuffy nostrils, well, breathe through your mouth. But if possible, please, nose breathing. Yeah. And then second, just begin to inhale to full capacity. You go beyond your preconception of lung capacity. When you think you're full, just keep breathing in and see what happens. Same thing with your exhales. Full, complete exhale. When you think all that air is gone, exhale a little bit more. See what happens. Feel rib cage spreading, the intercostal muscles lengthening as you inhale. Feeling diaphragm press, core muscles contract as you remove all the breath from your body. And then that final little thing with the breath is just smooth it out. Find an even balance of inhaling and exhaling. It can be 4 counts or 6 counts, but just smooth and rhythmic, kind of like your breath is going to be the music. It sets the tempo, it sets the mood, so that your body has something to dance to. Yeah. We breathe like this for a very key reason. I mean, one, you're doing this particular type of practice, your muscles are going to be starved for that oxygenated blood. So breathing deep helps with that. But more importantly, the deep, focused breathing requires concentration. It's not normal. It's not natural. So to do something unnatural, we got to concentrate, focus on it. 30-second sutra, single point of focus. And in this way, we slide into yoga mode. It ain't like you can just flip a switch and you're zened out, man. We got to make our way in through this real simple technique. Taking focus away from anything outside of here, you know, current events or shopping lists and all that stuff, you know, just turn your attention away from it and focus all your attention to your breath. And then if you find your mind wandering, it's all right. Just say, hey, look, there it goes wandering, and bring it back to your breath again. No judgment, no lectures. Just notice it and bring it on back. And I'll give some reminders about breathing here and there. Don't you worry. And y'all know the drill. Everything offered today, suggestion only. If something doesn't work for you, please, back off or just discard it. Nothing should feel wrong, should feel painful. I'm just going to take about 60 minutes to just touch yourself gently, all the places. A little strength, a little heat, a little stamina, with loads and loads of deep, slender breath. Reach your arms kind of long, hands at a stable width, maybe shoulders width. Begin to press your palms into the mat. Feel every bit of flesh on your hands contacting the planet, and tuck your toes under. Okay. Take a breath. As you exhale, begin to lift your knees, straighten your legs so your butt goes up and your head goes down. First active pose, downward facing dog. And it's the first dog, so knees a little bent might be appropriate. Knees a little straight might be okay. It's kind of up to you. But find a distance that's stable, a length that's balanced. And a little pressure in the palms begins to course blood through your shoulders. Heels dipping back. They call this downward facing dog. The ancients called it that because the dog ain't never looking around to see which other dog's ass is higher, whose heels are lower. Dog is just stretching and feeling. Perhaps push out through the backs of your knees. And but what if I hyperextend? Well, yeah, if you get forceful with it, you'll hyperextend. But if you're gentle, mindful, little pressure, it's just kind of nice. Lastly, let your neck soft and look at your belly button. Drishti to your hole in your belly. Good. Couple more breaths. It's nice, it's long, it's sweet. Inhale, tilt your tailbone up. Exhale, just lower both knees to the mat, but bring your knees together. Open your ankles away from each other. And begin to walk your hands back towards your knees, kind of like you're lowering your butt down between your heels. And if this is kind of fragile, it's early yet, keep your weight into your hands. But if it's accessible, bring your hands up to your thighs, your shoulders over your hips, and you got that hero seat happening. But please, just be mindful, be what's right with it. Just feel something here. And come on back to your breath. It might have wandered. It's back. Start to bring your attention just inside the perimeter of your mat. I don't even want you looking at me. There's going to be a point where I say, hey, look what I'm doing here. But other than that, just stay within. Now go ahead and place your hands on the mat and walk forward to a tabletop position. Shoulders are going to be nicely over your wrists. Hips are going to be over your knees. Good. Let your spine be long. Look right at the mat. Point your nose at the mat and see if you can reach the top of your skull away from the tip of your tailbone. Without using hands or legs, just use your back muscles to lengthen. That's kind of weird, right? Yeah. Cool. Step your left foot back, toes against the mat. Now, ground the heel of your left foot so it's flat, kind of like in the warrior lunge. Lean into your right palm and on an inhale, let go of the mat and bring your left hand up to the sky. It's just a little side bounce, just a nice modified side plank. Cool. Press into your right palm, press into the sole of your left foot. Feel some strengthening there. Now take a look up at your left hand if it allows, if the neck is cool with it. Notice the balance shifts a little. Now drop your left arm, bicep to ear. Reach your fingertips away from your foot. On an inhale, big inhale, reach just out to infinity, somewhere beyond. Feel left side of your body open and right side engaging. One more big breath in, suck oxygen deep. Exhale, left hand to the sky. Inhale, now open your heart to where the wall meets the ceiling. Big open. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. Lift your left leg behind you. Reach your right arm forward, bicep to right ear. Yeah, we just switched arms, not trying to blow you out or nothing, just kind of waking things up. Look at the mat so that your neck is long, back of your skull is kind of away from your shoulders. As you inhale, again, reach somewhere out beyond, some length. Lift to your own personal degree. Feel all the muscles along the back of your leg, your gut, your butt, shoulders. One more big breath. Lift a little higher. Exhale, set it all down on the mat. And we're just going to switch. Now your left knee stays on the mat. Right foot steps back, toes down, heel up. Put a little pressure into your left hand. Ground the heel of your right foot. Right foot is now flat. And then inhale, just let go with your right hand and reach to the ceiling. Yeah, good. Right foot is still on the floor, pressing into the floor. Good, nice and flat and grounded. Now take a look up at your right hand. Just see what happens there. Just flirt with it. Now drop your right arm over your right ear. Reach long with your arm and press into the sole of your right foot. Suction cup it to the mat. Reach your right hand long. Feel right rib cage just spreading and opening. Maybe right hip meat opening. Big breath. Exhale, right hand back to the ceiling. Now breathe in and open wide, like you're pulling your nipples apart. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. Lift your right leg up off the mat. Now just go ahead and take your left arm forward. Just a little spine balance. They call it bird dog, broken table. And again, if you point your nose at the mat, you feel the back of your neck lengthen. It's cool. Let an inhale lift you a little higher. Let an exhale press whatever's touching the mat. One more big breath. Lift a little higher. Exhale, set everything on the mat. Woo! Step your feet back to high plank position. And you know you can use your knees if you like. That is perfectly valid. But whatever we're doing, core engagement. Feel the front muscles of your body starting to sweeten. Yeah. Take a big breath of air. Now, exhale, bend your elbows and lower down slow with control all the way to the mat. No collapsing, just floating on down. Keep your hands right where they're at. Release the tops of your feet to the mat. And on an inhale, straighten your arms, lifting as much as you can without bringing the thighs off. It's called cobra. Exhale, come on down. Let your chin kiss the mat. Inhale up into a cobra. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale for our third cobra. Maybe it's a little longer. Exhale, come on down. Chin touches mat. Inhale, cobra 4. Exhale, lower down. Let's take a little detour. Open your arms like wings or run them down your side, either way. And on an inhale, lift arms, legs, and torso, everything you can off the mat. Nothing too high. Don't blow yourself out. Just a little flirt with everything down the backside of your body. If you're feeling adventurous, you can reach your arms forward and see what that does. It's kind of like putting some habanero sauce on it. Now, I know if we were here for 60 minutes, you'd be pretty pissed at me, but it's only like another 8 seconds. So get what you can. Breathe into it. One more inhale. Lift a little. Exhale. Rest your thighs. Hands at cobra. Inhale into the 5th cobra. We're going to hang out here for 5 breaths. Let that curve in your spine kind of slide up to the middle back. Kind of where, like, I don't wear a bra, but I got an idea where bra strap is. Let the curve hit there. It's a difficult spot to touch. Ooh. One more breath. Maybe look up. Exhale. Come on down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Push to plank. Exhale continues into downward facing dog. Woo. All right. Now that we're a little warm, let's start to move a little. Get a couple breaths here. I think just one salutation, maybe 2. Let's see. On an inhale, tilt your tailbone high. On an exhale, walk or quietly hop your feet to your hands for Uttanasana, forward fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, glance forward, lengthen anything you can think of. Legs, back, breath. Exhale, fold again, chest to thighs. Open your arms wide, and on a big inhale, rise up to standing. Let your inhale bring hands together up high. Look up if you like. Exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or float the plank. Continue to follow your breath down to the mat. Inhale for a back bend, Cobrasana. Exhale, chin touch, push up, down dog asana. Woo, catch 3 breaths here. Wiggle your knees and hips if you like. Now from down dog, again, just take a look forward on an inhale. And as you breathe out, step or hop lightly to forward fold. Take a half lift on an inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then fold again on your exhale. Spread your wings wide, inhale, rise to standing, reach up high. Right hand, grab your left wrist, exhale, just take a little bend to the right. Open left side body, it's nice. Inhale, come up center, switch your grip. Exhale, take a little bend to the left. Inhale, come up center, reach high. Exhale, sit down into Utkatasana, chair, fierce pose, prayer hands at your heart. Let's get a couple twists here just to say we did. Take a breath. Exhale, hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh. Just bring your prayer to the side. It's a little twist. Inhale, come back to chair in the center. You can keep your hands at your heart. Exhale, right elbow hooks your left thigh. Just let it twist, baby. It's nice. Inhale, come to chair. Reach your hands up. Exhale, pop up on your toes. Keep your chair, keep knees bent, toes. Take a breath. Exhale, stand up, drop your heels, reach up high, and bring your hands to your sides. Woo! Shake it all off. All right. Now, if your mat is not already up against the wall, take a moment to do it. And I'm going to demonstrate the meat and potatoes of this thing that we're about to dip into. And, you know, it's strength, it's stamina. And you're probably not going to appreciate it till like it's done, but that's all right. Great time to practice saying nice things about the dude teaching the class. So the first pose, go ahead and take a look up here. If you can see me, I'm hoping the camera's got me to some degree. First pose, our back is to the wall. We're going to take a down dog, but that's not the pose. It's just kind of how we make our way to it. Down dog, heels are to the wall. And then here's the pose. You ready? Just step your feet up on the wall. push your hips out over your shoulders over your wrist. You know, it's just like a half a handstand, not a full handstand. So we're going to do that one. We're going to hold it for 1 minute, and then we're going to come out. And if it's too much, just come out whenever you like. We'll come out of that. We'll come to standing. We'll turn around, face the wall. Then you're going to place your palms against the wall, somewhere a little higher than your head. I don't have enough refrigerator for that. And then you start to fold forward, pushing your butt away. Try to look sexy, like you're trying to stretch your torso by putting your butt on the wall behind you. Once you got the length, drop your armpits towards where the wall meets the floor. We're just going to dip into the chest and shoulders here. We'll hold that for a minute. We'll get a few moments as we switch. From there, you turn around back to the wall. And for me, it works out to be about shin length away from the wall. You know, everybody's legs are different, but you're just going to sit down against the wall. Some of you are familiar with this. You'll have your hips, your shoulders, your head, and your elbows against the wall. You can put your palms on your thighs, or you take a mudra and just pray for the fire not to cook you too hot. Okay, we're going to be there for a minute. And then we'll pop out. And from there, you're going to just step a little further away from the wall. Put your hands on your sacrum, on your hips there, and just start to lean back into a back bend, dropping your head to what's appropriate. And, you know, you may decide once you're there to reach your hands to the wall and just push out through your arms, taking a little back bend, lifting the chest. We'll come out of that. And from there, we'll just put a little, now important, a little bend in the knees, interlace hands behind the back, straighten your elbows, exhale into a forward fold, bringing hands up and over, stretching out shoulders. And once you're in it, you can straighten your knees if it's appropriate. So there you go. 5 poses, 1 minute each with a little break in between. So go ahead and we're going to get going with this thing. Don't you worry about the clock. I'll watch that. And take a down dog with heels to the wall. And I usually start watching the clock once everybody's in the pose. So when you're ready, walk your feet up the wall. And yeah, and we'll begin. Your minute starts right now. So, you know, in handstand, we generally look towards the hands for balance, but balance isn't an issue here, right? We got a wall, so let your neck hang soft, head hang long. Take it out of your neck, no neck at all. And push the shoulders without collapsing. And, you know, you might need to adjust where your hands are at just to get, you know, what's sweet for you. Let the butt lift up away from the shoulders, like you're lengthening your spine. If you were sitting down, it would be lifting your head, but now you're lifting your hips. And just feel loads of strength happening in your shoulders. And again, just breath, staying steady. And if anybody's wondering, you only got about 10 seconds left. So just breathe. You can always come out early. You can always come out and come back in. Good. Now go ahead and come on out and bring yourself up to standing. Turn around, face the wall. Find the place on the wall for your palms, a little bit higher than your head. You're just going to take a little bit of a forward bend, popping the butt out, just lengthening your torso by pulling your hips away. And once you have that length, dip into the shoulders by pressing your armpits towards where the wall meets the floor. Your minute has begun. Now, I know that the desire is there to place forearms on the wall, but just palms. And, you know, this might seem kind of easy, and it really is, but it tends to become less easy over time. It's kind of interesting. Now we're touching just tons and tons of pectoral, trapezius, serratus, deltoids. And it's kind of interesting, you know, strengthening by contracting. We can also strengthen by extending the stretch. You're still sending blood and nutrients into it. You're still challenging the structure of the muscle cells. Here he goes, talking science. Breathe. You're over halfway there. It's interesting once the hands get sweaty, they try to slide down, but that's all right. You got about 5 seconds left. That's all. It's all good. Release it. Come on up out of there. Turn around back to the wall. Find your distance. You may have to flirt with it the first time to find the right distance, but once it's there, sit down, back, hips, shoulders, skull, elbows, all touching that wall. Yeah. And now these are legitimate 1 minute holds. So maybe you can try to take 6 breaths, 5 counts in, 5 seconds out, 6 or less. It might be easy right now, but as time passes, it becomes more challenging. And just breathe and just count breath. Yeah. Now, I know the tendency here is to press your palms into your legs with straight arms, but no, let's just try to keep elbows on the wall. It's all right. You'll be okay. Maybe you can see little flames starting to dance on thighs, glutes. It's kind of cool, right? Tapas, fire of tapas. Breathe. Almost there. Just a couple more breaths. Now, push away from the wall. Come on up. And just step a little further away from the wall. You're going to have to find the distance that's right for you, but place your hands on the back of your hips. Begin to take your back bend. Lift your sternum up over your shoulder blades. Drop your head back. And, for some of y'all, maybe reaching back and putting hands on the wall would be cool. And if that's for you, well, reach out through your arms. Lengthen. Yeah, good. Keep lifting the chest, trying to keep as much of it out of your lumbar as possible. It's going to get plenty. We don't need to add to it. Bring it into the thoracic, the rib part of your spine. Good. Doing great. Breathe. Oh. No, I'm guessing halfway. You're probably about 3 breaths left, right? 5-second inhale. 5-second exhale. And remember, you can always come out early. There's no yoga Olympics. There's no competition. This is just about you feeling you. And just another 8 seconds and you're good to go. So just take another breath. Exhale it out and gently, gently push off the wall. Maybe start to put a little bend in your knees now. Interlace your hands behind your back. Breathe in, straighten your arms. Exhale, fold forward with slightly bent knees. Let your hands come up and over. Ugh. Now, once you're there, it might be like, oh, I think I want to straighten my legs now. And you can, that's all right. You can do that. Anytime if I'm folded, my body is folded forward, I'm going to want to pull my belly button to my spine, engage my abdomen to protect my spine. This motion right here, forward folding, probably the last thing on the planet I want to lose. You're not going to see Uttanasana on the cover of Yoga Journal, but don't discount it. One of the most important movements, in my opinion. And just like that, we were almost at the end of the first round. Only 4 left to go, right? Come on up out of this. Nice, easy, taking a breath as you stand up. Roll up a vertebrae at a time or come up flat back. And go ahead and recover, then take yourself to down dog, heels towards the wall. And then once you're there, once you're in your dog, go ahead and walk your feet up the wall, and the clock will start when I see the last person with feet on the wall. So second time through, got a little bit better idea where hands and shoulders and things go, and you're on the clock. Now here's the thing, with this kind of handstand, this L shape you're making right now, believe it or not, is much more muscular challenging than a regular handstand. So you might think it's kind of a good idea to take one leg up towards the ceiling like regular handstand, And how about that? A little break, right? It's like a little bit of a breather. And then maybe do the other leg one at a time, you know. Again, just something to flirt with. Still, neck is soft, head is hanging, shoulders are strong, core is locked up, and just breathing. And I'm betting you probably got about, I don't know, 3 breaths left. Just about there. Long, slow, and deep, like a good breath. Remember, you can always come out early. It's okay. You got to listen to what your body's saying. If it's just uncomfortable, well, you know how it is. But if it's pain, respect it and come out. Walk your feet down, coming out, come to standing. Turn around, palms to the wall. Lengthen your spine by pushing your hips away. Kind of like twerk the butt out, pop out, and then let the shoulders drop, pressing your armpits towards where this floor and this wall meet. You'll feel it. You'll feel that sweetness along the upper pectorals. You feel a little bit of latissimus dorsi stretching. You'll catch some deltoid stretching, trapezius even. How about that? All this, just loads of tissues getting touched. And you might find yourself thinking, holy shit, a minute ago, this was easy. What happened? I don't know. How about that? Yeah, let's resist that desire to place forearms on. Find that tension across your upper chest, shoulders. You got about 5 seconds. Groovy, come on off of that wall and turn around back to the wall and take a seat. Just sit on down into the fire. Remember, we got hips touching, shoulders touching, skull touching, and elbows touching. And you know, only a minute, right? These minutes are starting to seem kind of slow. So, you know, next time you find yourself thinking, man, life is passing me by too fast, find a wall and sit your ass up next to it. And things will slow down pronto for you. The clock will go slow. It's weird, man. Time kind of becomes relevant or irrelevant. Breathe. In this last 15 seconds, stare right into that sensation. Just stare at it. No adjectives, no attachment, no bias. Just look at it, observe. Yeah, now push off that wall. Come on out of there. Come on, come on. Take a little step away from the wall, a little more distance, and find your back bend. Hands on hips, dipping back, lifting your heart, dropping your head back as neck allows. And the clock has started. And if you're ready, just reach those arms over one at a time. And if you got hands on the wall, lengthen your arms. Find the curve right there, kind of from the bottom of your ribs up through the base of your skull. Let the curve sit in there. I'm telling you, hardest part of the spine to access is right there where we're trying to touch. It's a challenge all in itself. Use your mind's eye to watch. Look at the front of your vertebrae opening, all that space, blood flowing through, synovial fluid, spinal fluid, prana, all flowing through. Isn't it sweet, right? Come out if you need to. You can come out and go back in, but it's only like 10 seconds left. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Breathe. Ooh, I'm sweating for you here. Push off of that wall. Nice and easy. Little bend in the knees. Interlace your fingers behind your back. On an inhale, straighten your elbows. Keep the knees bent. Exhale, fold your body forward. Let the hands draw up and over. And you know, if your knuckles come all the way to the floor, don't be too happy about it. It just means you got super long arms and really short legs. That's all. Breathe. Feel all the fibers. See if you can see them. Mind's eye. Look into those tissues. I don't know. Can you take your mindfulness to a degree where you actually see the blood and the prana flowing through whatever is active right now? Can you visualize that? Not visual. Can you see that? How many breaths you got left? I would guess about 2. Now this time we're not going to come up. Let go, let your hands come to the mat. And walk your feet back, heels towards the wall, downward facing dog as you set up to go into your L-shaped half handstand. Walk the feet up the wall. Shoulders over wrists, hips over shoulders. Drop your head and let's begin. It's about the time where the shoulders are wanting to collapse. Keep them strong. If you feel impingement, bring muscles into play to protect the articulation, the joint, the AC joint. Breathe. If you need to come out, come out. If you want, come out and go back in. Put a foot on the ceiling if that feels good. You just got 5 seconds, 5 short seconds. Ain't no thing. Easy peasy. Come on out. Woo! Stand up, turn around, palms to the wall like the police are shaking you down. Pop your hips out behind, lengthen your torso. Now drop your armpits towards that corner down there. I don't know nothing about the cops. I don't know where that came from. Jeez, I gotta watch what I say. Breathe. Now, sometimes we can get our armpits opening so much that it kind of feels nice to rest the forehead on the wall. I don't know. It depends on your structure, your story, where you're at. Me, I like to let my head hang and the back of my neck be long while my armpits just lengthen, my pectorals lengthen, my shoulders just course with blood, and my breath flows steady and calm. Come on up, turn around, find your distance and sit on down. Remember earlier when I said you'll appreciate this probably later? We'll begin. Now, I know it's difficult. That's why I only do this like once a week. Pretend like yin. Can you be still under this challenge? I mean, really, it's the same thing, right? Lots of sensation, loads of distraction, external distractions. Can I keep my mind steady? Can I keep my face soft, teeth not touching, breath long? Practicing that muscle called equanimity. Oh, very nice. Come off that wall. Find a little more distance away from the wall. Begin your back bend, hands on hips, leaning back, keeping your pelvis forward, just like camel, just like doing camel. We're not leaning our hips back; they stay forward. And then just slide your shoulder blades under your heart. Lift your chest, drop your head back. Maybe put hands on the wall. The desire is to kind of sink and collapse into this. Continue to push the points of your hips, the pubic bone, the crest of hips, push those forward, away. Lift chest up. It's okay. You know you got a really nice fold coming after this. Just breathe. It's only like 10 seconds left, less than 10. I mean, we're talking 6 seconds now. Woo! Gentle, bend your knees. Come on up, interlace hands behind your back. On an inhale, straighten, push knuckles away. On an exhale, fold, chest to thighs, knuckles come up and over. Oh, man. And once you're there, make a decision. Maybe it's appropriate to straighten the legs. Now, without falling, see if you can let your hips come forward over your ankles, that point right like you're just about to fall off the edge of a cliff. It's kind of thrilling and exciting. Remember, 6 breaths or less. It becomes a little more difficult now to do those slow breaths, but you can do that by using the count. Woo! Release your hands to the floor. Find down dog so you can walk up that wall. 3 rounds down. You're almost there. So get it while you can. Walk your feet up the wall. And now the clock begins. Oh, somebody waited until I said clock begins to go up. I love it. Work the system, man. Work the system. Breathe. You know, really, I would like to crack some kind of stupid joke in this situation, but this looks so intense, I can't think of any jokes right now. I'm sorry. Just breathe. What are your teeth doing right now? Are they squeezing? Maybe let your tongue sit between your teeth to keep your jaw soft. If the tongue starts hurting, that means to relax your jaw. Ooh, big breath. Come on down out of there. Woo! Stand up, turn around, palms to the wall. Lengthen your torso. Pull tailbone away from brainstem. And then dip your armpits down towards the floor. Just lengthen. Feel that the flesh lengthening, stretching, opening. You know, it's back and forth, like we're complementing some strengthening with some stretching, and all of it is just pretty dynamic, but still simple. You know, we're not doing anything crazy. Even the handstand, you got feet on a wall, right? Everything accessible, beneficial, nutritional. Come on up out of there. It's time to take a seat. Back to the wall. Find your distance and just take a seat. Make all the points touch, elbows and shoulders and hips and skull. And just palms on your thighs. And again, be the witness here. Just observe. Look at that. What's quivering? What's shaking? Just let it shake. It's all right. You know, this is like any other challenge in life. It's temporary. You know, it ain't going to last forever. So get all you can out of it while you can. That would probably be pretty lame if I forgot when we started, huh? No, I'm just kidding. You're doing great. 5 more seconds. Breathe. Oh, come on up out of there. Come on. Come on up. Get a little more distance from the wall. We got back bend now. Hands at the top of your glutes. Pull your elbows together. Spread your chest. Lift your heart. Take a back bend. And if it's appropriate, put your hands on the wall. Lengthen your arms. Oh my goodness. What is that all about? And if nothing else, you know you got your back bends for the week handled today, right? Think of all the large muscle groups we're touching in this sequence. What happens? Triggers the release of human growth hormone. You sleep better, build strength, build stamina, and we ain't never once touched the weights today. Doing this all with anatomy, geometry, and gravity, and a whole lot of sweet breath. Come on up, nice and easy. Little knee bend, interlace your fingers. Inhale, straighten your elbows, open. Exhale, fold your body forward. Now I wonder if every exhale, without collapsing, can every exhale straighten legs a little, drop head a little, open shoulders a little. Just like in a yin pose, exhale soften us around the edge. Well, you think maybe an exhale could soften around this edge right here? I don't know. It's up to you to investigate, discover. I mean, we're kind of like doing yin on steroids here, right? Amplified yin. It's all the same concept, just a little spicier. Stay there. Good. Breathe. You need to come out, and dip back in again. Ooh, release your hands to the mat. Stable distance, push into the palms. Walk your feet back to down dog, find the stability, and then just like Spider-Man, walk up the wall. You got your feet on the wall. Try to push your heels. Lift your sit bones, like find mucho distance from sit bones to collarbones, the tips of your shoulders. A lot of length there. Find super distance from tip of your tailbone to crown of your skull. Everything lengthening while shoulders are strengthening. This is your last round through this. Get it while you can. Stare at it, look at it closely, breathe into it, taste it, and drink it. Whoa, come on now. We're gonna stand up, turn around, put our palms on the wall. It might be appropriate to shake something out as you're transitioning from one move to the other. Whoa. You are in 6 breaths or less. This is a little less intense. Certainly dynamic, but it's a great opportunity to find that 6 breaths again, 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. If you were wondering, you're halfway through this one. How about that? Face is soft. Mind is quiet, focused on breath moving. Because it's only 5 seconds. It's just one big breath. Whoa, come on now, come on now, come on now, come on now. Turn around and take a seat. One more time. Let's put flames on our thighs, flames on our glutes. Bring your core meat into it as you hold your spine against the wall, elbows against the wall. Yeah. You know, with elbows against the wall, maybe palms against the wall instead of the thighs. But try not to put too much in your arms. Let's keep it in butt and thighs. Let's keep it there. Whoa. Now look at this fire that you got going right now. Let's not run from it. Let's stoke it. Breathe into it. Give it oxygen. Let it heat. This fire, it don't want to hurt you. It strengthens you. It reveals you. Sometimes revealing means looking at something you don't want to look at. That's how we build the real strength, that inner power. Oh, come on off of that wall. Great, 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 great. Find a little distance and just hands to glutes, elbows together, chest spread, begin to back bend, lifting your chest, dropping your head back. And then, you know, one hand at a time, see if you can get a hold of some wall. Maybe, maybe not. That might not be okay. I don't know. Only you know. If you do have that wall, press it with your hands. Press so the arms are long and feel how that lifts your chest. Again, squaring that, distributing that curve, kind of right there, just shoulder blade area. That really hard to reach spot. Almost there, almost there. All right, come on now, come on up, nice and easy. Little knee bend, little knee bend. Take your bind, fingers interlaced. You know what, this time, take a breath, reach up high. Exhale, fold forward, hands hanging down in front, this last one, okay? A little more shoulder relief here. Now, one at a time, lift your left foot, lift the ball of your left foot, slide your left palm under there. So index finger and middle finger on either side of your left heel, then drop the ball of your foot into your left wrist. Now, same thing, lift the right ball of your foot, slide your index middle finger around your right heel, drop the ball of your right foot in your right wrist. Whoa, you get a little wrist massage. And now maybe bend your elbows a little bit. Pull chest to thighs. Oh. See where that's touching. You know, and I spent half of that interval yakking, so you're almost there. Your very last exhale, pull chest a little deeper, head a little longer. Now release your hands and inhale, come up mindfully, easy on your back. You've been bending 2 different directions. Come up easy to standing, reach up high, let the end of your inhale find your fingertips touching up top. And then exhale, bring your palms together at your heart. Oh, close your eyes, be still right here. Think Shavasana standing. Right now, you are the witness. Observe every square inch of your flesh. Look at it. Nice. Release your hands. Come down to seated on the mat. You sit upright with your left leg straight out in front of you. Hug your right knee towards your right chest. Good. Now, place your right hand on the mat somewhere back behind your right glute. Take your left hand and grab the outside of your right foot and exhale into a twist with your chest pointing off to the right side of the room. Okay? Take another breath here. Lift your breastbone away from pubic bone. Exhale. Straighten your right leg. Keep a bind of left hand or right foot. Now lift your right arm straight back behind you and look at your right thumb. And just use a little bit of core strength here to kind of balance with one leg up, one leg down. If you're feeling precocious, you can lift your left heel 4 centimeters off the mat. Take a breath. As you exhale, roll your left hand over inside of your right foot. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Now, point your toes. If you need to grab your shin, your calf, that's okay. But if you got the foot, cool. Point the toes. Take a breath. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale. Bend your elbows and bring your shin towards your nose. Don't round your back into it. Woo. Whole bunch of hamstring going on there, right? What's that about? That's kind of nice. Ooh. Now we're going to forego the crazy part of this. Just set right ankle about a centimeter above your left kneecap. Bend your left knee so that your left ankle goes under your right knee. It's just Kapotasana, double pigeon, fire logs. Both sit bones even. Breathe in and touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Lengthen. And when you exhale, fall forward, bring nipples out past your shins. Reach your back, chest long. Oh, then once you're there, drip into it and melt. How's that? You feel some right hip there? It's kind of nice, yeah? Fire of transformation. Oh, you just put it all over your body. Feel that. It's just a little like dying embers now, just kind of glowing. Come on up. We're going to switch this around. We got 2 sides. So extend your right leg and hug your left knee in. Just kind of bringing your left heel up as close to left sit bone as appropriate to you. Your left hand goes back there behind left glute. Right hand captures outside of left foot. And then exhale into a twist. Long spine. When you're ready, straighten your left leg. Take it on up. Square up your twist. Feel some IT band there maybe. Tensile fascia lata. Lift your left arm back towards the back wall and look at your left thumb. Just turn your drishti into the thumbnail. If you got it, it's a little crazy, a little intense. You might be cool to lift your right heel about 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters. Oh, maybe not. Don't have to. It's just an option. Slide your right hand over the top of your toes to the inner left foot. Left hand grabs outer left foot. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back. If you're holding shin, that's cool. Point your toes. Bend your elbows, strong biceps, bringing your shin towards your nose. Couple breaths here, it's nice. Now just set your left ankle centimeter over your right knee, just above the right kneecap. Bend in your right knee, put your right ankle under your left knee. Kapotasana, double pigeon. Ooh. Both sit bones are grounded, right? So just inhale and reach for the sky, lengthen. And exhale, coming forward, so far forward. Remember, chest way out beyond shins. It might not get that far. It's just the direction to go, right? And then once you're there, melt. Oh. Think about butter on top of a hot potato, just melting, your upper body melting over your shins, your calves. Dipping into something down there in your left hip called piriformis muscle, kind of shaped like a pear, but right now you've got it lengthened like a Slim Jim. For some of you, you have a sciatic nerve runs right under that thing, and you are giving it a break right now, letting it breathe. Gentle, easy, come up to seated. Now you don't have to keep your shins stacked. You can go to like a sukhasana. I like siddhasana, heels at the groin, ankles stacked, but some kind of seated position that is grounded and stable and feels right for you. And then just lengthen your spine, shoulders away from hips. Lengthen the back of your neck, just a slight tuck of the chin. We're not going to stick our chin in our chest. We're just going to lift the brainstem away from the shoulder area. Yeah. So with your right hand, take your middle finger somewhere around the base of your right thumb. Index finger, ring finger, pinky finger, tips of those come to the tip of your thumb. Place that palm up on your right thigh. Take your left hand and just put it on your heart, that sweet heart of yours. Feel the beats. Start to allow your breath to go shift from that long 5 count in and out. Just anapana, gentle, natural breath, moving as it does. Maybe it's deep, maybe it's shallow. Just look, observe it, let it do what it do. Allow your eyelids to just droop. And watch that movie screen right there between your eyebrows. Notice colors, shapes. Just a few words. You can repeat silently after me. I am present. I am strong. I am grateful. I am forgiven. I am forgiving. I am love. I am love. I am love. I offer you mantra, 3 words, 3 vibrations. Om, Agni, Moksha. Om, sacred vibration, which all things come from. Agni, inner fire, creates ojas, fire of transformation, fire of tapas. Moksha translates to freedom from samsara. Om Agni Moksha. Vibrate it between your breastbone and your heart. Om Agni Moksha. 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 Continue. Stay in this space. Let the vibrations run through your core, your heart, sweet heart of you. Just sit here in the afterglow of the fire you just lit. I offer each every one of you my gratitude and my love. Om Shanti.